couldn't touch that. What he knows, you know.
So, and now, what do your days consist of now that you're retired? What do you?
Well, now that I'm retired, first of all, I wasn't retired very long.
Yep.
When John DeGoes said there's a school in North Attleboro, I need to put somebody in there right away. So I ended up being a principal in Allen Avenue School in North Attleboro.
And when about was this? About how long ago?
30 years ago,
yeah.
Something like that. And that was a great little place too.
Heck of a ride.
Wonderful people, yeah, that's true. Yep.
For a ride,
and even back, you know, I hate to say so, back then, when you went over the Washington Bridge, well, it used to open to let the boats go through. You know, and that would be late for school, but anyways.
You'd still be faster than you can get over that now if you don't open the bridge.
My mother tells a story all the time about walking over and her shoe got stuck in the sidewalk, and that they were going to open the bridge and her shoe was stuck and she had to take her shoe off and leave the shoe there.
Oh my God, that's a good story. Yeah. So, okay, where are we?
So, like your days today, they're wondering, like, what's keeping you busy, and what are your things
Still
you keep
into the history stuff.
Yeah, okay. Well, I got involved with the lighthouse.
Yes.
And Don Buston and
This is
Nancy
Lighthouse.
Doucette came to me. They wanted to have a meeting. At that time, I was the president of the Historical Society.
In Rhode Island?
In Rhode Island, East Providence.
Very cool. I wasn't aware.
So Don and Nancy and I met at Greg's, and we discussed that they told me what they wanted to do, that their daughter said, Dad, can you do anything about this little lighthouse that's out here in the bay? And Don had relatives and so forth that were into the lighthouse business. So then he came to me and said, do you think the Historical Society would like to get involved? Which is a logical thing to do, to get some kind of an organization.
Yeah, back in.
And so we had a display at the Riverside Congregational Church when the chairman of the New England Lighthouse Association came down with his dog and pony show. And that's how we started. Then I had a couple of meetings at Oldham School.
Do you remember around which years this was? When you guys started that? When you were doing that?
I think now. I can't think of
it. In the 90s or so?
No, yeah, somewhere
in
there.
Just because I just saw the video of them replacing the lens back in like 1969, and the Rhode Island Historical Society is who sent the film crew out there, and it's the most amazing film of them replacing that big lens on, but that was like 1969. I guess that was one of the first major things they did. But I mean, that place is beautiful now. That's amazing.
I think have you been out there?
I haven't been out there since 10 years.
I'm planning.
First of all, if you were younger and you knew about the lighthouse, and if you ever come over there, you know, swam over, whatever, and the inside was derelict. I mean, ceilings were falling and all that kind of stuff. The tower was leaning about 9 degrees. So, anyways, we got organized. We had a big meeting at Waddington School, and we formed committees, a chairman and all that kind of stuff. And then we got going, raising funds from Tom, Dick, and Harry, whatever we could do. And we started with the exterior of the building. And so that was done pretty nicely, you know. So the inside was not touched yet, the outside, to stabilize the building. And then we started with the inside, and I didn't know what to tell you, but the stuff they had to do as far as the walls and the plumbing and the getting heat into the building. We had to have heat in the building. Because if you don't have heat, then all the plaster will disintegrate or whatever. So we got heat into the building. And then we began, first of all, at the time, ExxonMobil owned the lighthouse and the island and so on. So we went to them and said, we'd like to, restore the lighthouse. We don't want it. And we're not asking you or the
yeah,
lighthouse.
yeah.
We're just saying, being historical people, we just wanted to restore it. Well, I guess they knew why not?
Yeah.
We're not going to cost
Someone wants to
anything.
come fix your house. Hey, can I go paint your house? I just love painting houses.
And, they figured they could end up with $1 million property. That's
Yeah.
what it is today. And so we worked with them for, 10, 15 years or so. And then they decided they just wanted to give it to us, which we said, surely, we'll take it. So now we own, there was an organization called the American Lighthouse Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
They are the owners. We are a chapter of the American Lighthouse Foundation.
We get behind a big group like that, so when you need...
Exactly.
They own the lighthouse and the island as well?
Yes, the island and the lighthouse. Yep.
No, because that island, one of the... Because I had spoken, I think it was Mr. Howe. Do you know Mr. Jeffrey Howe?
Yeah.
So I'm friends with his son, Stephen. And he was telling me something about the Indians from the West Coast would come over and stay on that island because the fishing was better on the East Coast of the river.
Yeah.
But rather than trying to haul your fish back and forth all day, so they kind of almost take over that island for the
That
for
would
the
be
fishing.
Parnham.
Yep.
Chief Parham, he's the one that eventually...
Okay, so it was Chief Parham that's what they named the island,
Exactly.
lighthouse after.
Yeah, so I guess he lived on the island, or whatever it is, for fishing and so on and so forth. But then a war came along, and he was killed up in Massachusetts, someplace. So the Indian ownership and everything went bye-bye. And that's when ExxonMobil bought the property.
They own most of everything.
I think they paid $40,000 for it or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So, anyway, so things really developed, with that organization. We had parades, we had clam bakes, we had
Yes,
this
'cause
and
you guys
that.
go in the parade. I see you have the boat that goes.
We've
to
been in the parade for, 30 years or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned to you that I knew the Estrellas. Well, I know the
Yeah.
Estrellas. I know Joe and Pat were both really involved in a lot of the fundraising and a lot of the...
Yeah.
And then the boat would do the cruise. I remember the Santa Claus cruise.
Oh, yeah.
We'd take Santa Claus down to Sabin Point.
Yep.
We'd go down to Sabin and watch that cruise by all the time. Now on YouTube, there are a few videos, and I think you're in at least 2 of them that I've seen, that they do, it shows like one of the tours, because you can still do tours at Palm Lighthouse, correct?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, so how do people get them to do that? How do they reach out?
Well, they just if they go on the computer into Palmer Rocks Lighthouse.com,
Go to their site.
Their site, they'll give you all the information.
That's awesome.
How to get tickets,
Yeah, I just saw, I think it was on Facebook or something, where I think there were people that were out there that took the tour, and they were showing pictures and stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they had a link, I think, to where you could do it. I was like, that's amazing. That's super interesting to people to go out there and you kind of have like you get the tour.
Like I said, if you guys got over there with kids, I don't know if you ever got inside it and so on, but if you saw it today, it's just amazing.
It is. It's been done up like Walt Disney did it. It looks like a Disney Hilton. It's been done.
And everything is historically correct.
Yes, that's all. That's very important.
We have the Historical Society on our case every time we turn around.
Oh yeah, you can't paint it this color.
Please,
I was telling you about being involved in the carousel years ago. I knew all that was.
Yep.
So
here's something I want to show you. Now, a mutual friend, the O'Gara girls.
The O'Gara girls, yes.
From the Terrace.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
so they were Terrace
sweethearts.
royalty. They were there many years. So when I started this, Patty came in. And a few of her friends, and they brought me all sorts of stuff, a lot of high school stuff, Riverside Junior High things, mugs, all sorts. They gave me everything they had.
Okay.
One of the coolest things that they brought in, and I'm sure you're well aware of this, was Harriet Dorothy Brown's grammar school graduation diploma. And look at who it's signed by.
William Waters, J.R.D. Oldham.
How about that?
J.R.D., yes.
Yep, so 2 of the schools that were named after have signed this one document.
Yep.
This is the oldest document that I have, and I'm betting it's one of the oldest documents in Riverside. This was signed on February 6th, 1919.
Wow.
Yep, I have a yearbook from
Patty
45.
had this?
Patty brought me this and she just had the paper. This is her grandmother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I didn't know if so you weren't aware of that. So apparently her dad, this is her dad's mom. I'm almost positive that's how it came through. But so I said, oh my goodness, I'm sure that's something that you'd be interested in with Oldham School.
Just the signatures alone.
Yeah. Cool. But that's the other thing too, that we name schools after the people, so that carries a lot of weight when you know.
Yeah.
I looked at the list of who stayed on Palmer Lighthouse, who manned the lighthouse, and some of the names names of Auntie Aronson's on there too, I think. Yeah, these are people that came here, manned the lighthouse.
Oh, you mean the keepers?
Yes, the keepers.
Oh,
and then started families.
And then jumped mainland and had a family and stayed there. And it was pretty cool. I'm like, wow, look at all these names, you recognize them. Just like the yearbooks we have going back to 1925. You flip through, you see names, you're like, oh my God, this is an old East Providence name. This family's been here for all these years. So now, as far as other things that, what do you do to keep yourself fun? What do you have something going on every day? I leave a message for you. I gotta wait for you to get back to me. So I know you're
a busy guy.
I don't know if you're out fishing or whatever.
I'm not half as busy as I used to be. Because, with Evie and this, that's where I spend my time.
So, so now your wife on the
4 to 5 hours a day.
How long ago did she go in?
It's been a year now.
Yeah. How is she doing?
A year in May. She's getting a little tired of the whole thing, and, of course, every night she wants to come home.
I can imagine. I went through that.
And I still got things. I think eventually that will happen, but I got a lot of things I have to do first.
To get it ready?
Yeah. First of all, I still haven't got into Medicaid. And unless I get that, I don't know what I'm going to do. Because this place costs $16,000 a month. Doesn't take long to blow all the money that I had set aside, but not to afford that kind of money.
No. But one of the other things too, that because a lot of people know Kevin, so I guess Kevin's now, and Kevin moved in, he's kind of helping you make sure.
Oh yeah, it's the best thing ever, and it was his idea. I didn't say, Kevin,
I'm sure it was. I know Kevin well.
He said, Dad, can I come and live with you? I said, of course.
Yeah.
So he came in with, I've never seen so much stuff. He never throws anything away.
Back rat. Oh, he's gonna have another party. We could all come and hang out.
There you go. Yeah.
But no, he's there, and is it Lisa?
Lisa.
How's Lisa doing?
Well, she has Parkinson's.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This never ends.
There's something on every angle.
So she has a daughter that has had emotional problems for years. She's doing pretty good now, thank God.
That's good.
But it's been a strain on her and her husband.
Is she living locally?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't think of
Was she in East Providence?
Yeah, she's in Riverside. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. The name of the street.
Yeah.
Things, a lot of things.
That's
Go on. Anyways, so she's right nearby.
You know all the names of the streets, you just don't know what she lives on, right? But if I was to tell you, you'd tell me what it was named after.
So it's great to have them nearby,
Yeah.
So, I can call. Of course, they're on top of me. I'm like, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
I can't drive anywhere. I can drive in Riverside and then down to the. But if I want to do anything else, Kevin says no.
Yeah. Well.
Yes, Kevin.
No. Yes. Well, no. He's in charge.
Yeah.
He waited his whole life for this. That's the only reason he moved back.
Full circle.
The only reason he moved back, so he can tell you can't have a party.
Yeah. But I mean, very pleased. He has taken over the house like it was his own, which it will be.
Yeah.
And of course, he has to share it with Lisa.
Yeah.
I don't know. They'll work out how they want to do it.
Yeah. Don't worry about that.
They both get along very well.
Yeah.
Probably.
Anybody you want to say hello to? You've had so many students. Just when I was standing over there, that one woman said, "Oh my God, is that Mr. Kelleher?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Oh,
very well.
I don't know if I should say hi." I said, "Please go say it." She said, "Yeah, you guys are busy." I said, "He's not too busy to say hi to you."
No.
And she had to walk over to say hi. She said, "I don't know if he'll remember me." I said,
Most likely.
Yeah. I said, if he does, it doesn't matter. It just makes you smile because, I mean, you had thousands and thousands of kids.
6 schools, so.
Yeah, and over a span of how many years?
33 years.
Yeah. You know, that's just an amazing thing. And I'll tell you, I've heard